This is Gospel Music Today. We are at the National Quartet Convention, and it's a great thrill to be talking to an old friend, although I don't mean old in that sense, you know what I mean?
I feel older than I am.
This is Bill Shivers. He sings with Brian Free and Assurance, and Bill, it's great to have you on Gospel Music Today.
I'm glad to be back with y'all, Ken. It's been a while since I've been here. What was it? Last time was 2 or 3 years ago?
I guess so, yeah. It's been a couple of years. I have to tell you before we ask you anything, I'll see if I can. First, I'll start off seeing if I can embarrass you.
Uh-oh.
But no, I just want to tell you this: when we see Brian Free and Assurance, and we love the quartet, we love the singing. But I have to tell you, and Gene and I have both talked about this. One of the highlights is watching you every night, looking like you are having absolutely the time of your life.
You know, when you sing for the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, I mean, that's something to get excited about. And how these people get up on stage and they look like they've lost their best friend, I don't understand it, because when he saved and touched my life, he gave me the joy that's unspeakable. And I'm glad it shows. I'm glad it shines through. I can't thank him and praise him enough for being able to do what I do night after night, doing something that I've loved for all my life. It's just a thrill to do what I do.
That's great. How did you start singing Southern gospel music?
Honestly, it was really by accident. I was introduced to gospel music at a young age, of course, because we watched the Gospel Singing Jubilee every Sunday morning before church, and that was my introduction to gospel music. And little did I know that all these many years later, after watching that I'd be a part of this great music. And I started when I was like 19 years old, actually playing the drums in a local family group where I was from in South Georgia. And I was singing along during one of our practices that we, local groups, a lot of them, will practice because we all had live bands. We didn't know what it was like to have tracks, so I was playing the drums, what little bit I knew how, and I started singing along. And so one of the guys in the group heard me, said, "Wow, put him a mic back there." And that's really how it all began. And I started singing, and I'd sing and play the drums, if that was a sight. But that's really the beginning. I sang with them for, 4 or 5 years, and then another part-time group, and then a group a lot well-known, Heaven Bound. We sang with them one night, and Ken, the piano player, told me if I was ever interested in traveling and singing full-time, to give him a call. And so I guess it was not 6 to 8 months later that I felt like that was something that I would enjoy doing. So I gave him a call and sang with him 3 or 4 years. And then Brian heard us up here, and I heard that he was looking for a lead singer. And so I decided to join up with Brian Free, and it's been a thrill to do what I do with Brian. Brian's like a big brother. He's an awesome guy. He's a little feminine, but how tenor singers are. I'm just joking, Brian.
You've got a new guy in the group recently.
Randy Crawford, which is a new old guy.
That's right.
He traveled with Brian back, 96, 97, 98. And then he was with him when Brian decided, to go solo for a couple of years. That's who was the lead. He was a lead singer at that time. But now he's singing baritone, which he gives me a hard time about that. But he's a great guy, Randy Crawford. He's a name that everybody out here knows. He's been with the Kingsmen. He's been with the Tony Brothers, and he's been around. He's had his own group, so he's a very talented man. Yeah. Very talented.
Yeah, knows what he's doing.
Yes, he does.
I know you've been recording. What's going on with that?
Our latest single is "You Must Have Met Him," and it's a Ronnie Henson song, which we do. We try to do at least a couple of Ronnie Henson songs on every one of our CDs, because no one writes like Ronnie Henson. He's like one of the best ever. And so that's the latest thing we got out now. And our latest CD is called Worth It. It's been out, 8 months now, and we're really getting a lot of positive feedback from it. God's really blessing. He blessed us with some wonderful songs, anointed songs, and it's just been a thrill to sing them. Sure has. Been awesome.
What's the Brian Free and Assurance website?
BrianFreeAndAssurance.com. The word and. BrianFreeAndAssurance.com.
Well, Bill, we look forward to this every single time, and it's been a great pleasure to have you on Gospel Music Today.
Well, it's always a pleasure to be here with you and Gene. We love you, and we thank you for what you do and what you mean to gospel music.
We appreciate that. There's more coming up on Gospel Music Today.